Back for more deals?
Taking a break?
Alright, welcome in. I'm Dorgan Ironside, and we're gonna goof off a little bit in Starfield today.
Business or whatever else you got on
I've
your
been
mind.
got us a new ship since the last time you guys seen us play. We built us a new ship. Gonna use that to maybe expand the Watchtower stuff. Starborn Guardian just wasn't very good in a fight.
Good to see you.
Gonna go ahead and probably spend part of this stream going around and picking up crew members for the new ship.
Stopping a chat.
We picked up Finn and Laura. Actually picked up all the members of the new crew from that mod, the new crew. And we're gonna fill up our ship here. We're currently, looks like, where are we at? We're at Bendy. Bendy's where we ended the stream at last, or not the stream, but where I was playing at last.
Even more. Aquila City, so free and so...
Liking my new ship here. Mess around, get the volume of Starfield radio here where I want it. I don't know how loud that plays out on stream, but I can promise you, in my ear, it can be atrociously loud if I don't adjust the volume. My headset probably boosts stuff much more loud than we're used to. Alright, now that I'm actually got my hand on the controls here, we'll do nothing. Alright. Maybe my controller will power up. I switch between keyboard and mouse when flying. I just like the controller controls when I'm in my ship, and keyboard mouse for everything else. Well, I don't know, sometimes in the build menu I'll go with the keyboard mouse. There's a first little glance at the new ship. It's got a few engines on the back. I think it looks cool. Anyway, it's by far and away just something different. It's mainly Nova Habs, a little Hope Tech, Finn Rollins, Kuzi Ryu Hab in there, so I could get me a big Hab. That's the one in the back at the top you can see. But anyway, enough about the ship. Let's go get us some crew members. Because me just moving the ship around like this is probably super boring. Why isn't that working? Huh. Interesting. For some reason my tab button's not wanting to work out for me. Huh. That's interesting. I'll get back to that eventually. Alright, let's see. Let's find us a mission. Or go get some more crew. Let's go get one or two more crew members. Or we could... Let's follow one of Harper's leads. Let's do that. Let's do some Watchtower stuff. Bring the volume down on that a little bit. And along the way we'll pick up new crew members when we get around places that have the crew members I want. I've been thinking about getting that mod, Benjamin Dune. I think it'd be fun to have Benjamin Dune hanging around with us. Alright, let's go follow up on the lead. Let's do a little bit of Watchtower stuff. What do you say? Alright, what do we got here? We got follow Harper's lead. Watchtower listening post echo. Let's go put a thump on echo. What do y'all say? Alright, we're here at Kamasi 6. See what we got going on here with this Watchtower. While we're here, we can get us a planetary scan. Let's go ahead and get everybody in this system while we're here. Watchtower ain't the only group can do some surveillance here. We're gonna do us a little data collection on this system. And then we're gonna go recommend Watchtower. My old man RP boring y'all yet? Except for the old man part isn't a whole lot of RP for me. That's reality, right? Or so my coworkers like to remind me. Any chance they get. That I'm just an old dude. Which ain't wrong. I am old, or older than most of them. Obviously, I'm not wildly financially successful, right? Or I would not be an old dude working. I'd be an old dude chilling. What's up, Ghost Rider? You got 300 Xenos at an outpost? Is the outpost still functioning? Did it not have a massive frame punishment? Because if there's not a massive frame punishment, I'll quit separating people between Jemison and Tatooine. We'll load Jemison up. I just haven't pushed the boundaries on it yet. I'm rather enjoying this playthrough, and for the first time in a long time, I'm not in a hurry to have to jump to Unity to fix something I mess up in this Unity. I'm actually enjoying this playthrough more than I normally do. So not quite ready to Unity. Quite stable in FPS. Nice. If you're able to get 60 FPS on that, I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna continue to I'll just continue to keep putting people at Jemison, or keep putting Xenos at Jemison until it feels crowded. Because there's a lot of Xenos there now, but it doesn't feel crowded. I would like for it to be just enough where it's not crowded, but full enough to where it's obviously a Xeno location. If that makes any sense. But you got 300 of them at an outpost. That is freaking impressive. I'm trying to be more selective about the Xenos I catch now. Like I was at first, just catch any Xeno I see. But I keep thinking about the 300 limit, right? And I'm like, okay, which is a lot. Saying 300 limit sounds funny because that is a lot of Xenos. I just didn't want to overdo it. Because I know me, I have a habit of overdoing everything. Alright, so let's follow Hopper's leads here. Like to get crunched together. I've noticed some of them, like, and it could just be weirdness, but I have a couple of Xenos at the Jemison outpost that those Xenos seem to always be together. And the other ones are just, you know, they'll do their own thing. But I got a couple of the pack Xenos that seem to herd together. They're all pack animals, but pack animals of different species. But then they herd together like they're the same species. It's kind of cool. Hey, how you like that? Level up for landing. Alright. This ship is not going to be as good as the Starborn Guardian for the Xenos, but I did my best to make it Xeno friendly. I've got multiple habs on this where I could deploy Xeno or hang out with them in there. Because it's still my trick, is to eventually design the ultimate Xeno. Oh, and look, we finally joined the zoners and got us the Zone 79s. We finally joined everybody else and retired the Daymog. But we do have us an interesting ship here. We got us some trophy skulls on the front. We got some firepower. I tried to design it to look a little different than everybody else's designs. I didn't want it to be the same. Oh dude, I'm about to go get in a fight and I wasn't paying attention. I think I am super over encumbered. Let me fix that real quick. Oops. Anybody who's not using this, see this cargo hold right here? There's a mod that gives you the cargo hold access to any of these. If you're like me and you run with the settings where you're limited to your ship's cargo being at your ship or in your ship, this is super convenient because you can still access your cargo hold without entering your ship. And to me it makes sense. There would be some kind of cargo management system in the docking bay. I mean, it totally makes sense. Alright, my inventory. Why? I'm not that massively over encumbered. What's the deal here? What are we doing that we don't need? Why am I carrying 50 collector sandwiches? I mean, I don't mind carrying 20 of them. But do I need to carry 50 of them? I mean, I'm eating the stew anyway. Alright, let's see what else do we have in a ridiculous amount. Why do I have 62 bikes? Alright, that's not where the weight's at anyway. The weight's going to be here. We're going to carry all that. I think I just need to eat. I do not need... Look at that. That is cool. I've not put it on in game and see how it looked yet, but and it's underpowered for me. But I had to download that. I'm a big NASA junkie. Part of the reason I like Starfield so much is because they have so many NASA references. I'm a big NASA junkie. And so Deshaun, I think it's Deshaun 510. Is that right? Does anybody know? Hey, Babylonia. Put out the Apollo spacesuit here. I had to pick that up. It's underpowered. I'm using the McLaren suit. I really don't like that suit the way it looks, but provides decent protection. Appreciate you hopping in there, Babylonia. We're gonna definitely push the Xeno limitations at the Jemison outpost. Now that I know that you got 300 of them at one outpost. Let's go smack some Watchtower guys and see what they're up to. I haven't done anything Watchtower related since they kind of cut me loose on my own. So let's go smack one. Let's see what these guys got to say for themselves. Pop us out a Xeno friend here. Who do we want to bring out to play today? Zenworth, Zigzag, Doodlebug, or Cuddles. Cuddles and Doodlebug's been getting a lot of attention lately. Let's let Zenworth out for a little bit. He's one of the OGs. Come on and hang out with us, Zenworth. Alright. We're gonna go for the we're just gonna go for mass chaos here. We're not gonna sneak in on it or nothing. We're just gonna go run in here and say, bring the pain. And they are about it. Bring the pain. Check that out. Ooh, aw, he shot at me.
Damage detected.
Go get him, Zenworth. Zenworth's gonna get him on his own. Look at that. Look at Zenworth kicking his ass. Look, he can't do nothing with Zenworth. He ain't got no melee ability. Zenworth. Ah, Zenworth thanked him. Get him, Zen. Zenworth can tank him. Oh, that's awesome. Hey, so McLaren needs to add him a melee attack to their mechs there, because Zenworth can straight face tank it. You know, these guys are like trying to shoot me. They're not being friendly at all. About time y'all showed up to the party. I mean, we're doing shit here in Drasia. I mean, come on, show up. Be part of it. Let's go. Alright, guys. Let's actually do something here. Can't let Zenworth have all the fun. Whoops, not since Starfield. Alright, parallel self. Y'all killed Zenworth? Oh, it's on. Can't be having that. Oh no, Zenworth's still in the fight. I see him. I see him. He's still in the fight. We're gonna let Zenworth handle the mech.
System damage identified.
We'll take out these turrets.
Mission requested. Re-evaluating threat level.
Yeah, you need to evaluate Zenworth, buddy. He's the real threat. Damn, them turrets are for real. Alright, I might actually have to do something. I actually took damage. Somebody actually hurt me. Eat a bag, buddy. Alright, now let's go deal with some turrets. I do like this. This is fun. Although Zenworth there has made a total mockery of the mechs. Zenworth's like, yeah, whatever. I just roll up on you. Has he killed that other one yet? Yeah, he downed the other one. Oh, he's already moving on to other targets. Go get him, Zenworth. Let's go hang out with Zenworth. Where'd he go? Where'd you go, Zen? Oh, he's up there. Alright. There he goes. Go get him, Zenworth. Look at him take out them turrets. He said, boss man, you was taking all day about that. Good, Zenworth. Oh, where are you going? Why don't you handle that? Yep. Thank you. Watchtower thought they was about something. Yeah, he just kicked the mech over. Did you see that? He just like rolled the dead mech over. He's like, yeah, it's in my way. I fought it earlier. I still don't like it. Did you kill that guy too already? Good job, Zenworth. Hey man, I appreciate it, Bubbleonia. I appreciate you coming in. Enjoy your barbecue. Yes, this is a scary. Zenworth is not to be played with. He is the Mac Daddy. He is the King of the Creme. Everybody thinks Cuddles and Doodlekins is where it's at. If I ain't effing around, I pull out Zenworth. He handles business. So that's how you wreck a Watchtower outpost. King Gath forgot to give his mechs the ability to take anything that can face tank it. It seems to have no close range melee defense. So Zenworth just gets up there and kicks it. Just brings the pain. Actually, I kind of got the idea, no lie. I was watching Babylonia's stream last night, and he face tanked the mech with, I believe he was using the Doom shotgun. Memory serves, he face tanked it with that. So I thought it would be funny on the way here. I kind of secretly had the idea if I popped a Xeno out that if I popped one out I had already boosted up to legendary status, that they'd be able to handle it. And yeah, Zenworth here, he just straight face tanked two of them. That one and that one. And then took out most of the turrets and probably half the AI. So yeah, Zenworth ain't to be messed with. If anybody wants to know why Watchtower is after Captain Locke, that's why they're after Captain Locke, because he run around in one universe and met this cool dude named Tommy. This cool dude named Tommy introduced him to this cool cat named Ghost Rider. And the Ghost Rider said, "Hey man, check this out, watch these Xenos. You can do this." And then Captain Locke was like, "Holy shit, bro. That's cool." And here we are, kicking Watchtower's ass. Like, that wasn't even funny. Actually, it was a lot of fun. But Zenworth really did put a hurting on those mechs. It was way more effective than I expected it to be. I mean, I expected him to win. But straight balling it, I figured they'd kill him while he was damaging it. He'd go down and I'd have to come in and save the day. But nah, no problem. Are you hungry? I'd like to tell you good job, Zenworth. Come here. Come here, Zenworth. Are you hungry, buddy? You did good. Well, you know, you're not even really that hungry, Zenworth. And I haven't made you legendary yet. I thought I had. We're gonna feed you anyway. You absolutely aren't. All the food's on this ship. I was building a new ship. I'm so sorry, Zenworth. Apologies. All the food's on the ship. We'll rectify that here in a little bit when we get back. Promise. Alright. Can't believe I just dick teased my poor Xeno there. We got any cool loot up here? Alright. Yeah, somebody should get up with King Gath and let him know his mechs are terribly missing a melee attack, because they just get beat down. Like one good melee attack. And you don't even have to do it constantly, just the threat of it being able to do it, excuse me, would be good enough. Alright. Let's go open some doors. See what we got going on here. Well, that one's all messed up. Alright, can we open one over here? What about this side? Power required. Well, look at there. I got you right there. Here, this guy, he don't need his stuff anymore. We'll go ahead and take that. We'll go ahead and hit the switch, pop open the door. Hopefully a mech will come out here and Zenworth will handle it. No big mechs. Disappointed. Go get him, Zenworth. Massive damage. Fire. Trying to get in here and get it. I see how much stuff I can aggro and really that's all we got going on up here. Before I can even find you all. Zenworth's gonna have you all wrecked. I do like it. This is from the mech lab in the game. Well, yeah, like our well-oiled machine, Torin. You tell me, Torin, are you not impressed? I mean, like, by the time you roll up in here, we've already handled business. Matter of fact, Zenworth has already handled business. Where you at, Torin? That's Rosie. There's Andrasia. There's Torin. You got anything to say for yourself, buddy?
All right, let's chat. Somewhere that's no longer around. Not really. You might know of it as an abandoned colony. Londinian. Or at least what's left of Londinian. That's where I used to call home. But I don't really want to talk about it.
Oh man, why not?
Sorry.
Ove bombed your house.
I don't think most people get Harper, you know? At least not until they've spent some real time with her. She's had a rough life, and so can be a little closed off, even abrasive.
Bubbleoni, please do let poor
Kingath
know that.
Feel for him, assuming that person is decent, she'll treat him right. Harper's a good person, and truth be told, I like her style.
I completely agree,
I suppose
Bubbleoni.
I like her too.
Sorry guys that I'm so slow about catching up with the chat. You guys are so much better at it than I am. Yeah, he doesn't want to talk about all the bad stuff that went down, I guess. He doesn't want to talk about my boy Vivictus dropping the bomb on him. Y'all know I have never, in any playthrough, turned against Vivictus. I've not turned him in, and I've done missions for him every Unity. This is actually the longest I've gone through a playthrough, this character, this Unity, without doing any of the main, faction quests. Any of them. I've not done a single one. Well, okay. I console commanded my way to get past one small step, all that junk. But, you know, I haven't actually done anything. I've did a tracker mission to get into the Trackers Alliance, and that's it. I love the aesthetic of the Watchtower stuff. Obviously, the people for Kingath are better designers than I am. It would be cool if Torin had a tie-in to the UC. And him being Starborn. I think that would be super cool. I would like for him to be like ex-UC military or something. Like ex-UC SysDef or something. That'd be cool. But chances are he's just a dude. I need to do something with some of these Watchtower components. I haven't built any more supply drop grenades or anything. All I've really done was play enough of the game. My new ship that's built, I played enough little side missions and went hunting down spacers and point of interest because I didn't want to console command it. This is between my last stream and now. To earn enough credits, which didn't take long really because I use the loot 'em all things to get in their spacesuits helps. To build the ship. Ship's probably 1.5 million credits worth of ship there. Really have no idea why I was talking about that. I was going somewhere with that, y'all. I know I was. Mentally, that was tracking, but we lost the track. This is what makes streaming a challenge for me. I get to play in the game, and I just want to play the game and just do like I would if nobody was around. I just get lost in my own little thought, my own little world. Instead, like a fool, I bring y'all along for the ride. Yeah, Bologna, I really believe he's Starborn, and part of the reason I think he's Starborn was one, it fits the story, like why would Watchtower be chasing him? And the other is, there you go. Torin is definitely not like everybody else. He is different. That was my Sense Star stuff, and as soon as he glowed different than everybody else, I'm like, well, he's different. Or maybe I bleed into it too much, but I believe to watch, like, I haven't looked into anything, and outside of like watching people like Bablonia stream, my head canon and my thought process is that Watchtower is a group that has discovered the Starborn, discovered they were a threat, and this is their response to them, but it grew into more than that. Like maybe there's some Starborn in them too or something, I don't know. We'll find out though, I hope. Y'all wanna go smack that Varun Litany ship while we're here? Let's go get that. Man, that's a long way. Let's check out the new zone. I call it new. I call it new because it's new to me. But this is probably one of the oldest vehicle mods out there, or at least one of the first flying ones. And I just now got it. I like just now bothered to download it. Well, I still haven't learned how to fly it. I gotta learn how to operate it. It doesn't like me as much as the Daymog did. Okay, we gotta get used to it. There it is. I normally drive the Daymog with my mouse and keys. I figured this would be exactly the same. And to a degree it is, except for the keeping it afloat. There we go. There we go. Whee! Alright. Let's see what's up with these fools. Let's kill us some Varunis. Let's sneak on there and see if we can sneak on there and steal their ship. I mean, now this is a flaw in Starfield in general. If I manage to sneak into that ship, an obvious plain sight of everybody else, on a barren world, a glowing vehicle drove up. Nobody paid that any attention. Like none, zero, zilch, nada. Like they don't care. We'll get on here, we'll steal the ship and kill everybody. That's the idea. Pisses me off when I do this and the ship flies off. Alright, y'all. Excuse me, buddy. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Matter of fact, we'll make it really nothing to see here. Nothing to see here, buddy. Just taking your ship. That's all. Let's kill all these fools. Good lord, I was all hemmed up right here. Can I get past the something? Good lord. Yes, I know I cannot be here. How about everything not being stuck in my way? Good lord. Go on, Zenworth. Alright. That was just not working. Ladder and all my NPCs in the way. Let me get Zenworth recalled. Get him out of the way. That's normally not a problem. And I don't think it's the problem right now. I think it's the shit-ass placement of that ladder. Da 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 da. Yes, recall Xeno. Good lord, how about just be him, Doc? Yes, that's better. All that to get your little junky ship. Get back, buddy. There, for the love of everything, die, dude. You buddies can come on the ship or what? Yes, we shall add it to the fleet. Yes, 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 yes. We have added that to the fleet, and we're not going to fly off in this because I like my ship better. Do not want that to be the home ship. I just wanted the ship. Thank you. You don't need your loot. You like that spot, Rosie? I got a good control panel. You like that? Just hate to let you know, Rosie, we're not leaving in this ship, so don't get too comfy. You guys could be back here stripping the loot off all these, you know. Make yourself useful, Torin. Let's do that globe structure for the heck of it. I see nothing else in here I want. It's all mine anyway. Now let's go kill these guys. The mystery machine. Yes, dude. I love it. I should have done something fun like that and got the mystery machine. I think that would be so cool. I kind of look like Shaggy, so be fitting. I'd like to say, you know, I look like Fred or something, but let's just be honest, I look like Shaggy. Well, you're not done yet, Torin. Come on, let's go get this other guy. Let's just walk up to it and stick him in their face. I like totally just disrespected that room. Who are y'all shooting at? Oh, that's what you're shooting at. Okay. Okay. Alright. That would explain things. Hello, Fluffy. Let me introduce you to my friend, Fluffy. I got somebody I'd like you to meet. What am I doing? There you go, meet my friend. Here, we'll just stand there and watch the boxing match. Get him, Zenworth. Did you think you was gonna do something? Did you? Did you really? Good job, Zenworth. Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. That was cool. We popped up on, got us some Terramore fun there. Zenworth has just been like, he just been wanting to show off today. Good job, Zenworth. Good job, good job. Okay, just act like I've never used a scanner before, okay. Y'all go handle that.
Nice teamwork.
I'm going.
Well, indeed.
Are you really still alive?
I got the blood pumping.
Like, I wasn't even gonna react to him. Figured all my followers had that handled for me. Da, 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 da. I think that ship is about butt ugly. Alright. Let's go back to the Ironside Industries, Nova 1. Back to a real ship. Ah, I'm never going to learn how to drive this thing. You'd think it would drive and the feeling and the characteristics would be exactly like the Daemog. But it's not. Cool. Alright, new name choices, already 500 in some of them. And we're getting more? That's impressive. That is seriously impressive. I've thought of a few. Of course, now that I'm sitting here live, I won't remember any of them. I probably say them as I think them on stream, though. I think I've made a few mentions of different things as I was looking to name Xenos. But I can't remember anything pressing off the top of my head. I like this vehicle. I gotta get used to driving it and actually using the boost on it better. Learning curve, learning curve. I get our first walk into the new ship. Let's show off the ugly thing, because it is butt ugly. But the idea was to be different. And have no ladders, no elevators. No ladders, no elevators. It'd be awesome if my NPCs would learn their way around it a little bit better, but I think they have trouble going through certain thresholds. Once they're in a hab, they're fine.
It's always nice to see you.
So you come into big Hope Town or Hope Tech cargo bay. Center of the ship is a 3x1 engineering. Entering it into the Nova Galactic. I wanted to go for like a NASA Nova Punk kind of Xeno Hunter ship kind of theme. So you pop in here because it's going to be a big cruise ship. So we got us a mess hall here, and I didn't want to go with everybody likes the fancy Stroud edition. Like I said, I was going for the NASA minimalistic theme here. But then we do get fancy with these crossways. Now if we're going to go up the ship, we come over here. We got us a little, I think it's a control room here. Coming down, we've got the Nova Galactic. I've used a lot of the Nova Galactic 1x1 habs. I haven't utilized these in a build or a playthrough in a while. And I wanted to harken back to one of my very first videos I did. And one of my very first reviews was of the 1x1s. So, hey, we're going to use them. This is the 1x1 all in one berth, Nova Galactic. Coming down, we got us a 1x1, I think this is the vanilla storage or companionway storage, whatever. And this is a Nova Galactic 1x1 cargo hold. I thought it was really neat. Come back here, you actually have the cargo hold you can access from down here. Now, staying on the same level, my ship designs have a tendency to be symmetrical. So if you go around to the other side of the ship and go straight back down again, you're going to come into like a living quarters type situation. Amari over here with his rebel helmet on, he should took that off before he laid down, he'd be more comfortable. Coming down, we have another one of the vanilla storage. Then we tucked this back a little science, Nova Galactic 1x1 science hab back here. Has a little functionality in it, got a pharmaceutical lab and a research back there. Coming back up to the top, or not the top, but to this level, you can interact with the workshop. So we got us a workshop back here.
Let's keep it simple.
We got Kai back here hanging out, and Andre's just hanging out with him for some reason. And we're coming on up. I love these new corner halves by Matilda. And that gives us the ability to put this 3x1, kind of give us a linking. And I first started getting confused when I first built this because I was like, oh, okay, there's up, and it's in the center. That's to my deck. I mean, to my bridge. It is not. This goes up to the battle stations. So I need to install, put some crew up here, but this is battle stations. Once again, going for that NASA, Nova Galactic, punk kind of feel. And then you come back out here, and you go into like a large living berth area. Come out into another one of these Matilda corner halves. Then you go up. Now we're rocking towards near the top. But I wanted to do something where I could put my brig in, because I use the the mod where you can do the brig stuff. I forget the name of that. Useful brigs. Alright. So I like to keep my brig and my armory separate. But I also like to I wanted to make it where like you had a set flow. Like if I had a prisoner on here, they couldn't just immediately be somewhere cool. So my idea was you come in here and there's an infirmary right here, like a 1x1 infirmary, and then boom, brig.
Need something?
This is one of the few fancy habs on my ships. It's a Stroud Premium Edition. And then coming over here, we have I wanted to make it like, so this is all infirmary, and we stick the brig back in here tucked in. Like this is the infirmary deck. So 1x1 infirmary, another 1x1 infirmary, and then the actual Stroud Premium Edition. I think, no, I don't think this is Stroud Premium Edition. I think this is the Stroud Vanilla infirmary, but still. It's like a big medical area going on, and we tuck the brig back up in it. So since my ship is symmetrical, we could have came away either way. I do have some clip through here from the thruster array. One of the thrusters I installed out on this ship, but I think it looks cool. And that clipping doesn't look terrible. It really don't. So I'll come up here. Now we're getting close to the final deck. Come in here, and this is the Xeno lab. This is where all my real workshop action goes down. We got us a spacesuit workbench. We got us, whoops, one of those is supposed to be a weapon workbench. Looks like I need to do some rebuilding. I goofed. Industrial workbench. Got us a fridge here. I'm gonna put a cook unit up there. Laura's over here hanging out at the research lab, and then we have a pharmaceutical lab. Can't be rocking Xeno Master without an alien egg incubator and a Xeno lab on deck. And you got to keep you some supplies handy.
Back already? Can't
So we
stay
got
away,
us some
can you?
supplies ready, so we can just load up and go. Bubbleonia, to be honest, almost everything in my ship, most of the habs except for like these habs, these 2-to-1 splitter habs are just there as a function of making things fit together. But most of the other habs had a purpose, gameplay, statistical wise, or stat wise, because I use TN's ship mods. So, you know, your reactor strength and all that, grav boosters and all that actually have an effect on the ship. I did have a couple things that were purely aesthetic. The pirate fleet habs out here, you can see that I'm pointing at right here. Those are completely aesthetic. The idea is that eventually I think I can put a Xeno in them. And they do have some clipping because I use the machine gun mount, so the clipping comes in here. But once again, I'm going to RP that and ignoring it because I like what the habs bring me. I got the Deimos transporter, upper dockers right here with the ready room. And this is just an empty 1x1. In all my playthroughs, I like to have a gym for my character, so we're going to do the one more rep mod. We're going to put a workbench here, and maybe a push-up mat here, and maybe a med unit right there. Because that's a standard in the Thorgy playthroughs. But the ship is actually huge, but another design choice I had for it, it needed to be under 45 meters. It is 42 or 43, and that's mainly because I like my stupid little trophies. Those are from Avon Tech. Can't see it from in here, I bet. There's some guns mounted on the side of these guys here that stick out about another 3 meters longer than the ship. But I wanted the ship to be able to fit on any of the standard landing pads and at any of the standard landing zones with no clipping. And this is a Xeno friendly area that I've added to the ship. Coming back here, this is from the Kushi Ryu habs, available on Creations. I don't think they're on Nexus, I think Creations only. Kushi Ryu, or I may be wrong about that, might be on Nexus too. They're by Finn Haralin. But I really like these habs. I like this one because it has this huge open area. There's two variants. The other one has a big conference table here and makes this area back here to like a private office. But I like this area because it's got a huge area you can build in, or if I want to pop my Xenos out there or whatever. Alright, that was the impromptu ship tour. I didn't actually intend to do a ship tour.
You know, you've got a knack for making people feel important.
But that's an impromptu ship tour. And for anybody who don't know, this hab is from Matilda's Aerospace mod. It's available on Nexus and Creations, and I think he's on like revision 7.2 or something. But I like this mod. Alright, that's it for the ship. We should actually be doing something. Hey Laura, I said we were actually going to be doing Watchtower stuff and collecting new crew members, maybe doing some Xeno stuff. We got about an hour longer we're going to stream, so let's do it. Bubbleonia, I was looking at your minimal Falkland ship. I really liked the design of your ship. And I liked it when it was in space. It looked cool flying. I need to add Tom's ships and Falkland ship mods. Two that I don't have in my load order. I don't know what's up with it, but it seems like every time here lately I try to add new ships to my or new ship building mods, habs or whatever, it just causes me trouble. That's why I haven't added Falkland or anything else. Crimson Fleet Rearmed is the newest thing that I've gotten to stick, getting Kuzi Ryu without causing problems. Let's go do another one of these. Let's go destroy a Watchtower array. I'm carrying contraband too, so... when I get out of here, I need to do something about that, don't I? I'm already at that location. Alright, let's see if all hell breaks loose. Let's save before I start this fight. This went terribly bad a couple of times in the Starborn Guardian, and then one time I shot the thing twice and it exploded. The other times, it didn't seem to matter how many times I shot it. Did no good. Alright. There's our little array. Let's get a target lock on it. Oh, you don't want another one? There we go. You're toast. Alright. Was that all y'all brought in? Maybe I should have just shot the thing once and let the sky fill with drones. Yeah, like, I've done that before, and the stupid sensor not take any damage. And it's just like more and more and more drones come in until you're just overwhelmed. This ship is a bit overpowered though. Alright. We got a submission at Piazza. Let's go. That's not a bad idea, Babylonia. That is another thing I like about Starfield, or Bethesda games in general. You can just do basically whatever you want to. And you can even run different variations of the same game without a whole lot of issue. I need to make a save that is for my stream. Or for testing mods and stuff. Good lord, what is the deal? Yes, we've done that. Okay, whatever. Just use the fuel, make the jump, whatever. I like having all those extra names, Ghost Rider. But yeah, I totally need to do me like a profile that is just mod testing, and that way I can, you know, stay up to date, release content on the newest mods, and not worry about destroying my playthrough or my save or my load order like I generally end up blowing my stuff up. I keep a secondary profile that has all the mods I currently have in my load order. It just clones it, mimics it. But the only things I keep enabled in it are the ones that are like necessary for booting the game, like
Can't
script
stay away,
extender
huh?
and stuff like that. And if I need to go through the Unity and nothing is working and my stuff's just crashed or a playthrough's just crashed and I can't get it to Unity, I'll load in with that profile on that save, and I usually can jump through Unity that way, get everything done, and then I reload the other profile with the save. It's basically the process I've used to recover. Very dumbed down version of it, but
Everything
that's
all
the
right?
basics.
Hey, got some news for you. That computer core you gave me, I asked an old friend to help me poke around inside it, see what data we could find.
You've been poking. Did you find something interesting? Which thing? Let's who's his friend? Let's be all nosy.
Oh, just someone I knew from Neon. His name's Shadowlight. That's not his real name, of course. It's more like an alias. He's a cyber runner. You know, hacking, cybersecurity, digital warfare, all that good stuff. We kept in contact after I left Neon. Good guy.
A triumphant homage to the rhythms of the ancients as we voyage through the grand terrains of
I did ask Greg, but his skills are all about ships and their systems. So that's the only kind of data he really knows how to dig for. If you wanted data on anything outside his wheelhouse, like other types of Watchtower tech, we needed a fresh set of eyes. A fresh set of eyes that knew how to hack into complex computer systems. Someone like my old friend.
Harper is like super positive. Like, I try to be a positive person to the point that my positivity can be somewhat annoying sometimes to some people, I'm sure. But she is really
Sure
positive,
did. Now, I
really
already knew
chipper.
Watchtower likes to dabble in cybernetic tech. One look at Gren gives that away. But what I didn't know is just how varied and niche their tech can be. Body mods, organ replacement, and a whole series of neuroamps.
Ghost Rider
If
says,
Watchtower ever commercialized,
be
we
surprised
put
if the
Mugen
next
out of
expansion
business.
doesn't add some new
Anyway,
creatures.
what we managed to
I
get
would be
data on
amazed if
is
it doesn't
blueprints for
add
some of
some new
Watchtower's
creatures,
neuroamps.
new
Only just
POIs,
but still, nothing to tell
and
you
more
about that.
info into the Starborn or something Starborn related. Really, it's where I think it's gonna go. Oh wow, I wasn't paying attention to her and she's talking about the neuroamps.
I'm no expert, but from what we pulled, looks like Watchtower's got amps that can boost someone's ship flying abilities. Think, faster weapon locking, sharper maneuvering, basically anything to turn a regular pilot into a seasoned pro.
Hey, cool, can they make me such a seasoned pro that my absolutely
Not me, no.
skillless self
First,
can
I
fly the
asked Greg if he
Starborn
could
Guardian?
build them, but he said something about him being engineer, not a doctor, which got me thinking. I just so happen to know a few doctors, and at least one who has experience in cybernetics, Dr. Lane. So I asked if she'd mind joining us here. She agreed, and now we got a medic to treat ailments.
Nice.
Also, she can research and build Watchtower
We
stack
got us a new
neuroamps.
NPC.
Not bad, huh?
Cool.
If you're interested, go to the new infirmary and talk to Dr. Lane. She can fill you in on the specifics. Now, anything I can help you with?
You can hang on just a second. We'll get right back to you. I'm going to interrupt you for one moment, and I'm going to finish talking to Ghost Rider. So, back on the topic of expansions adding new creatures. I do believe they will. And if we go back historically, like look at Shattered Space brought in, I don't know how many Xenos. Since you did a Tamable Creatures patch, you probably know exactly how many new Xenos. But to me, it felt appropriate for the scope and the size of the DLC, the amount of new fauna and flora that they added. And I hope they do that again. I'm still trying to find. I haven't seen all the flora and fauna in the game, or at least I don't think I have. Pretty sure I haven't. And it's maybe nobody will judge me. I've got well over 1,000 hours. Well over, probably pushing 2.
Huh. I hadn't thought of that, but I suppose it's possible. There's a whole bunch of people and organizations out there whose only job is to find information others would rather remain hidden. If we passed along the means on how to search and scan for Watchtower outposts, they may be able to find them for us. Of course it'll cost you. These guys aren't going to help us out of the goodness of their hearts. But if you're willing to cough
They
up
don't
the
want to
credits-
help us? Why not? Let's talk
What
about
do you
you,
wanna
Harper.
know?
I don't think I've learned anything about you. What do you think about Grin? Are you concerned about him? I'm not. I
Are
think
you
Grin's
asking that 'cause
freaking
he's
awesome.
ex-Watchtower? Or you got some other reason to be worried? I'll admit it. At first, Gren creeped me out a little. You know, with all his veins and pale skin and the way he talks.
Grin
Feels
creeps
guilty
me out
admitting
less than
that,
you do, Harper.
'cause
To be
turns
honest,
out, he's actually a nice guy.
your chipperness scares me a little.
And weirdly enough, he's also a great cook. What the crap? Did not expect that. So no, I'm not concerned.
What a board can't want to eat.
I think that now he's not with Watchtower. He's just trying to figure out his place in the universe. You can't fault him for that.
That's what we're all doing. That's what we're all doing on this little bit of whatever it is that we got.
Huh.
Are you Starborn too?
Good question. I'm not even sure I know the answer. To start, it was because Torin seemed to care about you. And well, since he's a pal, I figured I'd pitch in. But now, I don't know. You're different. You've got that same spark Torin does. Just feels
What
right
keeps
that
me
it lives
coming
in
back
him.
to Starfield?
Or
One is
maybe I
it's
just
just
feel sorry for you.
legitimately
You know, you being such a charity case and all.
a cozy game where I can just do
Ah,
whatever I want to. I can just
kidding,
pass time.
kidding. Maybe I help just because I like you.
And
Sometimes
two,
these sort of things are as
the
simple as
modded
that.
community is a lot stronger than people in the media give it credit for. And not only is it stronger, the modders seem to give a shit, and that's pretty cool.
You already know how we met. Torin tried to claim the station, not knowing it was mine. There was a bit of a fight, but we made up. And after a slightly rocky start, we just kind of started helping each other. At first, I thought, what's the catch? People don't offer help for almost nothing. But he said all he wanted was a spot for him and a few friends to stay. The more time I spent with him, I realized this guy, he actually seems to care about something bigger than himself. He's got a kind of drive, you know? Like he's reaching for something.
Well, that's
And
like
it's
if
not
you
all
were
bad.
Starborn,
That's rare.
how many times would
People
you
like
go
Torin,
through a
They
Unity
remind me they're still good.
and
at
you
it.
want to try to, do good in the universe and make a difference, etc.? How many times did you do that before it just all become numb to you? And you just found your own little spot in the universe somewhere where you could just hopefully live out your days? I wonder. Young me
Station
would
used to be a
say
Freestar Collective
you would do it
outpost back
forever.
during the Colony War, but it was
conquering the
abandoned
land
after the
from
armistice.
time to time again.
And by the time I found
Older
it,
me
it was just a
says,
gutted shell, forgotten, left to
Wouldn't
rot
be
out in the
long
middle
I
of
would have a
nowhere.
moon somewhere with an
There were hull
outpost
breaches, structural
chilling.
issues, hell, most of the core systems were just gone. Took forever to even get the doors functioning. But the biggest headache? Trying to register it. Most records of the station were scrubbed, so officially, it didn't exist.
I keep saying I'm going through, gonna go Ghost Rider. I keep saying I'm gonna do Oblivion again, and I've got a stream series here I've started. But every time I boot, outside of that one first boot jump in, played for a little bit, all I want to do is play Starfield the whole time I'm playing Oblivion.
I went through bureaucratic
So,
hell. Weeks of red tape, forms,
I,
blank stares from
I
officials
will
who
eventually
couldn't care
finish
less,
my
just to
Oblivion
prove there was something
playthrough.
here.
That,
In
and I
the
said I
end,
was
I
going
gave
to
up.
do a
Instead,
completely
I registered
vanilla
as a newly
playthrough
constructed
of
station,
Oblivion.
an orbital ice cream factory.
And out of all
Yeah,
the
you heard me.
many hours I've put through Oblivion, I have
So,
never played it
some
vanilla
inspector ever decides to
all
drop
the way
by,
through,
and
ever.
I offer you an ice cream cone? Just play
So this is the
along.
closest I'll ever get to
Alright.
going back to vanilla, so.
Well,
But every
guess
time I
there's no
boot
harm
it,
in
I'm just
sharing.
like,
Like I told you before,
performance
grew up
sucks.
in Neon, not
And then I want to
exactly
come
a
back to
nurturing
Starfield
environment.
and the pretty graphics
My folks kicked me out when I was
and the
14.
better gameplay
Guess they
and the
figured I was in
Xenos.
too much trouble, or not enough of an asset. Spent the next few years scraping by. Petty crime, odd jobs, whatever kept me fed. It was rough. Lost hope more than once. After a while,
I mean, look at the
figured
detail
there's
in the
nothing for
background.
me
Now, I
in
know
Neon, so I
YouTube's
got out,
squashing this
left it all
crap,
behind.
but back in there behind her, how proudly serving, the signs poorly lit like a real sign would be, you know, etc.
Wait,
And just
before
the
you go, I've been thinking some more about those spy
detail
arrays.
is everywhere.
I've managed to gather a little more info on them. It's not much. A lot of it
It's
is
a small
guesswork,
attention
really.
to detail
Still,
that's in the
I
game
think you
that
might find
I
it
love.
useful. The arrays seem to be linked in a sorta network. If a critical major array is attacked, you can expect a more aggressive response from Watchtower. As well as any of the less important minor arrays it was linked to self-destructing
Oh.
once the major one has been destroyed. And they lose
Don't let us
connection.
keep you from taking, you know, a
But
hiatus
perhaps
if you need to,
were
Ghost
destroy
Rider.
some of the less important minor arrays first, it will lessen Watchtower's reaction when you attack a major one. And you'd be able to salvage more components too. But how you go about it is down to you. You'll have to decide on a strategy you think works best. I've made my notes on my terminal. Feel free to check them out for yourself. Might also help you keep tabs on the systems you've already cleared.
Well, that's pretty
Anyway, that was all. Later.
cool. Later, Harper. I had to be checking all that out. We got new goodies, new functionality. Yeah, Ghost Rider, I don't know if me and Tommy are keeping you from a hiatus that you needed to do other stuff. I so appreciate everything you've done for Xeno Master. I mean, it is amazing. It really changed the game for me. And Tommy kept saying it was a game changer. You know, I reiterate that Tommy is the all-time Xeno ambassador. But I had no clue that it was going to change the game as much as it did till you experience it for yourself. I freaking love it. Alright, Watchtower Array Records. That's what Ghost Rider, if he needs to pick him up a new mod, he needs to go jump into Fallout 4, and fix their Xenos. Make it Ghost Rider-fied. Because it is really good. It's like, you see people like me or Tommy playing it, and it probably doesn't look as good as it is until you experience it. There's something about just doing it yourself that is so much better. Like I said, I was never into Pokemon. And when I first saw Xeno Master, I'm like, Pokemon. I mean, honestly, it's what I thought in the back of my mind. Just being legit. But then as I watched Tommy more and more messing with it, I thought, hey, it's pretty cool. Let me check it out. So I decided I'd download it. I checked it out. Turns out it ain't nothing like Pokemon. And it is super freaking cool. Touches every aspect of the game in some way or the other. You got stuff to do in an outpost on your ships. You got research to do. You got things to craft. You got weapons to use. You got skills. You got the Xenos themselves. Then you can place the Xenos at your outpost or at your ship, or have them with you, or just leave them in the Xeno box. Then you can name them. Then you can improve their abilities. Oh my God, it goes on and on and on. It's freaking awesome. Alright, sorry y'all. I rant on XenoMaster entirely too much. Let's see what this Watchtower array records is. I got to talking and I quit reading. I'll let you guys read for yourselves. I'm actually going to read this for myself. That is really cool. So basically what they do is they basically made like little hubs in different systems, and you have a big hub and little minor hubs, and then they bounce in where they need to be. Okay, got it. Slick. That's strategically sound.
Stars realign above our city, we dive into a timeless voyage with whispers of a bygone era carried through the cosmic winds. Tonight we unravel the threads of melody spun by minds of the ancient Earth, a narrative transcending the cosmic divide. Ready your senses as we delve into the first notes with Richard Strauss's grand ode to the sun's dawn. Let the voyage
Nice. Would you look at there? Dag nab. That's a whole lot of systems. That was more than I expected. Yeah, Bubblehonia. I was never into pet classes in games ever. Ever. This Xeno Master has so changed that for me. It is really just really changed things. Let's go meet this new doctor.
You should probably go see
I
Dr.
appreciate the
Lane. Get that
intel,
checked out.
Harper. That's what I was gonna go do. How'd you know? Let's explore a little bit of the outpost here. I've only done minor exploration of the place here. I like how it's set up for future expansion. You know, as you unlock things, these things will open up. And this is huge. I expect we'll eventually have a trader here. Got the clinic over here. What's up, Zenworth? I tell you what, as much as you don't want to do it, Zenny, how about pop back in the box for a little bit? We might pull Hunlin out. He's more space friendly. Yeah, I know. I'm sad too, Zen. Alright. What's up? We got us a clinic. Clinic looks good. Got us a pharmaceutical lab. Some tissues. We ain't gonna ask nobody nothing about that. We got all kinds of stuff. We got the stuff you'd expect to see in a clinic.
You really ought to see a doctor. Oh wait, that's me.
I hear you, Sophia Lane. Did you formerly have some tattoo work you was trying to get eliminated off there? You've been slowly getting that off, or is it just faded on you? What's up, Sophia?
Huh, you must be Harper's friend.
I am.
Dr. Sophia Lane, formerly of the field surgeons.
Yeah, you got a
Currently
little
on
like
sabbatical,
tattoo
now
stuff going on
presiding
there.
over this
Real
station's
faded.
quaint
What's
little
going on with
clinic.
that?
And apparently I've been roped
It may
into
not
some
even be
sort of
noticed on
project.
stream.
Something about a secretive
I can
organization
definitely
and
see
based
it
on a
on
new
my
type of technology.
screen, though.
I'll admit, I was and still am intrigued. Well, aren't you a charmer? Oh, careful now, or you may end up with more than just my professional attention.
Oh, let's talk about it,
Now
girl.
then,
Hey,
Harper provided me
I
with
don't
a
judge.
Watchtower computer core. And with some help, we managed to extract enough data to guide the construction of a new type of neuroamp. Although, not a neuroamp.
was a lot of
No, the
quest info,
technology
wasn't
is
it,
similar,
Ghost
but
Rider?
fundamentally different. It's more invasive. Closer to true cybernetics, really. Anyway, I've taken the liberty of constructing one of the cyber amps. This one apparently
You go,
improves
girl.
an individual's piloting skills. Hopefully these amps provide just that. Although no reason to keep them to yourself. Members of your crew may also find them useful.
Nice, nice,
So,
nice. New
here you
amps for
are.
me and the crew.
This is the cyber amp I already
Nice.
fabricated. Use it in good health, or don't. It's your choice.
Am I
A
going to be
lady
able to
knows
install
better than
that
to
with
ask
my
how and
current
where
new
you
amp?
procure such things. But if you desire more of these new amps, simply bring me more computer cores. But before any of that, tell me, do you require any medical attention or supplies? If you have the credits, I am sure I can accommodate.
Man, doctors are just like doctors everywhere else. Let's go ahead and hit that medical treatment and we'll
Let's
come
take
back
a
to
look.
unlock cybernetic.
Not as bad as it could have been. Let's get you patched up. Everything
Rosie
now
would have done
waits
it
for you.
cheaper. What's your
Glad
problem?
to see you well again.
Venus would have done it for free. My dock on ship would have done it no charge. But whatever.
I wondered when you might want something new. I've done what I can to prep and make the process as painless as possible. Based on the data I previously pulled, I have a rough idea on the type of cyber amps we may be able to extract from a core.
Really?
Here, take this slate and see for yourself.
Well, let me check out that slate. Dang! Alright, we got a light wave accelerator, a quark stabilizer, tactical jump interface, diagnostic suite, magnetic synchronizer, shield amplifier, propulsion matrix, missile guidance, beam harmonizer. Man, I can't talk. Y'all, I actually, believe it or not, I know y'all hear me speaking, but my IQ is higher than the things that come out of my mouth. Beam harmonizer, ballistic calibrator, precision module, targeting computer, disruption coordinator, trajectory analyzer. I'm still laughing at myself. Shield amplifier. There's a lot of stuff. Alright. So I can choose which one of these things I want to do. Let's see. Which one sounds like it might be... I don't want the tactical. That might be cool. Shit got too hot. You need to get out of Dodge. I bet that's what the tactical jump interface is. Maybe let you get in and out quicker. I don't know which one I want. Let's go with the ballistic calibrator. Why not? Alright. Make it so, I guess,
By
Doc.
amplifying short-term recall, allowing someone to count each shot, this amp helps optimize reload sequences of ballistic systems. Does this cyber amp suit your needs?
Oh, so you'll tell me about it before we... Oh, nice. Nice. Let's try. This is cool.
That's fine by me.
This
What's
is
your new
really
choice?
well done. Very well done. See, I was wondering why I had no information about which one I wanted to do. I mean, I kind of can read it and kind of get a pretty good guess about what it's going to do. I hope this helps EM, because that's what I want when I start boarding these stupid ships. I so much rather board a ship than blow it up.
By augmenting the pilot's understanding of electromagnetic properties,
Ship boarding
this
is
amp
some of the
can boost
best
the
combat
ship's
on the
EM
game.
damage. This amp looks
That's what I'm
promising.
talking about, girl. Hook me up. Yes, I want that amp. Thank you very much.
Your station engineer, Gren, is it? He and Harper provided me with the necessary algorithms to break the core's encryption. One moment, and I'll attempt to extract the required data. Don't worry, this isn't my first time.
Girl, I like it. It ain't your first time. Holla.
It's done. I've managed to pull the data. Although the computer core seems to have wiped itself.
Ain't that a bitch?
However, I'm told that's normal. So in that case, the operation was a complete success. I now have the blueprints to fabricate this type of cyber amp. If you require one, I'll
The
have
light
provide it.
tattoos on her
All
neck
you need to do
and
is
the
ask.
side of her face visible on stream. It was very lightly printed. Like, it's almost like somebody had been going through that process of having tattoos removed, you know? That's enough for the cyber amps for the moment. Let's Let's ask you a couple more questions, and
Of
then
course.
we'll
I've
go
got
do
the
something
time.
else. I want to know about your tattoos. You gonna tell me about no tattoos, huh? Alright, how did you and Harper get together?
We're not exactly old friends, more like colleagues. And not to say I don't like her.
Alright, so when you do
I've always
this
found her quite spirited.
in person,
I recall one
you
time
know,
we were
from the
deployed
new
to a
crew,
small
Kai,
colony. It was
the
under siege
tattoos
by
that he
pirates.
has coming up his neck to
Regulations
his
state,
chin and up the
Before
side of his
providing
cheek,
assistance, medics wait for danger
she
to
has
pass.
the same tattoos.
Harper, however,
It's just
decided
super,
to take a more
super,
proactive
super,
approach.
super
She
faded,
engaged
like
the pirates,
like
veering up
barely
away from the
there.
colonists to gain the upper hand and
Like
win
on
the
my
fight.
4K screen with
We were then
HDR
able
and
to
all
run
that,
away.
and all the good lighting that I have that I
It was
can
a
see in
dangerous
here,
move. Not
because
just
what
for her,
I
but
see
for
is so
everyone
much
involved.
better than what's on the stream.
Despite that, I found
I can
myself
still
admiring
barely
her.
see them. They're very lightly
She's a
printed.
brave young woman.
That's why I was curious if it's showing up on stream. I don't think it's a glitch. I think it's kind of cool, but they're definitely there.
Oh, thinking of joining up? We almost never turn down an extra set of hands, especially if you've got a strong stomach. The field surgeons are a healthcare corp. We specialize in emergency medical care wherever it's needed.
Like
Despite common belief, we're not a
the
charity.
pattern in
We do
her
charge
coat
for our work.
and the fabric
But most of our funding
stitching
does
in her
come
coat
from donations.
is
Our motto used to
more
be care
present
without
than the
compromise.
tattoo marks I'm talking about.
But thanks to dwindling finances
they're definitely
and
there.
ever-increasing bending of the rules,
I think it's awesome.
we had to drop that motto a few years back. I think if Harper were to rejoin these days, she'd find us much more to her liking.
Alright, that's enough of you.
Good luck out there.
Dr. Sophia. Let's see if I can get close enough. Now do we see him? Turn your head, Sophia. Do we see him? Do we see him? Did it show up on stream? Get her in the light. Turn your head, Sophia. Look at Andresia. Bam. Did you see it? I hope it was visible. Alright,
Ignoring injuries
Andresia.
only works
I mean-
until it doesn't.
That's a little aggressive there, girl. Don't you think? Thank you. Let's see if we can get it out on the scanner. See what I'm talking about on the hand scanner there? There we go. We'll zoom in. That's that light tattoo work I was talking about. Definitely present. Oh, it's like the skull with like the flame. But when you're zoomed out looking at her at distance, is like so vague you can barely see it. People talking about there ain't no detail in Starfield. There ain't no detail. That face is not detailed. What? Really? Seriously? Maybe she's former fleet. That'd be so cool. I like... Remember Bablonia? I told you this is the kind of stuff that makes watching me play ridiculous, or how I enjoy a game. I can legit just spend stupid amounts of time on something like, does that character have a tattoo or not? And what's the backstory of something that probably doesn't have a backstory? That's me. A little insight into my my mind. Alright, so we got a whole bunch more new Watchtower stuff going on. That is a cool space station. Alright, let's pop open the menu here and check out this mission stuff. I do love that logo. So, Bablonia, you can drop that, I love inside baseball in BGS games. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. The logo, anybody in the world, Bablonia, send a message out towards King Gad. That may be the coolest faction logo. The layout is perfect. Trackers Alliance in game, really well done. I love that logo. and the Watchtower is just on point. I think the Varun one's nice. 3-star one's on point. The UC one's Constellation. I get where they're coming from. But that one just looks cool. I guess we can go speak with the chief. I guess we can do that real quick. And then I'll probably be wrapping up stream here pretty soon, because I do, like always, have stuff to do around that time of the day.
Hello.
Hello, Andreja. I like your hat. It's a good looking hat you got there. The only thing I don't like about this, I use the fleet fuel mod, or one of the fuel consumption mods, and I need to go and add this seat to the list of seats that mod pulls from, because see, when I stick my cursor up here, I don't have the option to check my fuel, and I didn't put a whole lot of fuel on this ship, so I need to either add some more tanks or make a mod patch for that, which would be the first patch I'd made for something. Maybe I could release it for everybody else. I'm yet to find anything in Watchtower that I have a true complaint about. I can say the only thing I can say I've experienced that may have been, I love how the Razor Leaf is right there. I had that glitch with the sensor array where it just couldn't be damaged the first time I tried to take out some of those. Outside of that, I don't think I have any real complaints at all with Watchtower. I got a couple of mods, very few mods, that I can say zero complaints. Watchtower, and I'm gonna throw it out there, I ain't gassing him up, Xeno Master, and most 99.9% of the stuff that Betamax 76 does. Betamax 76 Outpost framework, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. And more item manufacturing sorting, chef's kiss, man. I don't know it could be that good. Wicked Workshop, I really a lot of my early videos were about his all the stuff he was doing for Outposts. But really, this mod has been creme de la creme. What are we doing? Speak with Chief. I'd forgotten what I was here to do. Speak with the Chief, huh? I do not want to go there. Let's just jump to Prima. And this is also what I was talking about, where I'd start streaming and damn it. You can do it, game? Really? Y'all saw that, right? I said set course. Am I tripping? Or was I just proving the point of where I was talking about, where I was going to say I'll be streaming, talking to chat, and forgetting what I was doing, and somehow messing it all up? I am the king of that. Evidently, I am, because it wasn't the game, it was me being stupid. My playlist or my load order, Babylonia? Should have a playlist available for everybody that's all my Starfield videos. Sorry, y'all. I was having a piece of pizza. Honest. But my playlist should be linked to at the end of all my videos, should have an ad card. One of the two should be the playlist, theoretically. Oh, my load order? I need to actually make that and like I need to get that posted somewhere. My load order is stupid. A lot of it's the old stuff from like, I run a lot of older mods.
Welcome to Paradiso.
But yeah, I totally need to get that list out there because I think
have a security concern,
my
or is
current
there
list
something
is
else
somewhere
I can
between 300 and 400 mods. But a lot of those are just simple things like patch orders or patch files or textures or stuff like that.
Ah, yes, of course. I'm glad you came. As you can imagine,
I did
we're
have
in a
all
bit
the
of a
Royal
predicament.
Galaxy stuff, but I took it
Under
all out
normal
recently.
circumstances, we would not enlist outside help in this manner. But this is a matter we can't afford to worry our guests about. As such, we
But the
need to
core
handle
of my
this
load
discreetly.
orders,
Failure on your
or,
part to do so could
excuse
have
me,
severe consequences.
outpost wise is
Before we proceed,
Wicked Workshop,
can you swear not to discuss
Betamax
this with anyone else
76,
unless explicitly
and
directed
Will
to do so?
NY. That's the foundation. That's my trinity or my holy grail of outposts.
Great. I appreciate it. Not too long ago, a strange and enormous ship appeared in Parima space.
I wasn't
So
paying
far,
attention.
doesn't seem to be hostile. Any attempts to commute?
I think I have started the wrong stupid
It
I
is.
started the
Whatever's
Earth
going
colony
on, you
ship
need to
mission.
approach this with care.
I wasn't paying attention. I
First,
thought,
see if you have more luck communicating with them.
it's
If
funny.
not, whatever you do, it's important to remember to seek diplomacy as soon as you.
I should have been paying attention like I didn't know what this was. I meant to be doing Watchtower stuff. That's so funny. I was like, why is it over here, Primo? I was just going to the marker. I love it. I love it. That is a whole lot of markers, y'all. That is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 17 of them. Hunt linked minor arrays to weaken hub array alpha. 17 of them for array alpha. How many arrays are there? How many major arrays are there? There's 17 of them linked. Did they say there was 5 of them? I think they said there was 5 of them. But if each one of them has 17 systems or 17 things, that's just under, not quite 100. Be less than that. Be 15 less than that. It'd be 85, but still. That's a lot. That's pretty cool. We're not going to do one of those because I just realized it's almost 8:30. But I had an idea. I think what we can do while we're still on stream is I can save here. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and save. Get us a clean save. And instead of just bouncing out and ending the stream, what I'll do is I'll end back to main menu, and then we'll load the creations list, and I'll just scroll through the creations that I have installed on creations. That won't show the Nexus load order or the Nexus stuff, because there will be some stuff like Starfield script extender, stuff like that, that I don't think will show up when we look at it on creations. I could be wrong, but pretty sure those won't show up. But I only have a handful of those, I think, that really need Starfield script extender. Most of the other stuff is still available on creations as well. But we can see the creations part of my load order anyway. Alright, so let's go ahead and save. Which I already did that. We're going to quit. We're going to quit to... We do not want to quit to the desktop. We're going to quit to the main menu. Almost always quit to the desktop, truth be told. This feels like a massive rarity to me. Hey, the game decided to crash. How cute is that? That was unexpected. So what we'll do is, I didn't click desktop, did I? I mean, I clicked main menu, did I not? So, we'll see what's up with that. Hey, I guess we could do this. Let's see how this works out. Let's go boom. And this would be a very... Oh, come on. You gotta love it when games take over your cursor. When they are not even using a small percentage of your CPU. When they boot up, they take over your cursor. I hate that. Hunt Showdown was the absolute worst for that. We'll let that get started here, but I'll also pull up on my second screen. I'll see if I can pop open the Nexus and we'll see if we can get that shown real quick too. Let's pull OBS up on the screen where I can see it for a second. And let's flip over to, I forgot which one is desktop 2. Bam, there we go. Alright, load order. We'll let that load. We'll let that load its thing, do its thing. While that's doing its thing, we'll look at creations over here. And it's going to take its time doing its thing too, evidently. Alright. We hit load order here. Give it a moment to get its mind together. So it's going to start off, we're using some useful brigs, the observatory daemog blackouts. We're going to have a lot of blackout, the X2357 stuff. Okay, we got the new crew. I'm just going to slow scroll through here. So if anybody ever wants to go back and look at this, they can see what's going on. I highly recommend anything by Rabbit. We got McLaren's, Perfect Recipe, Play Stores. We got TN Ships mods, Matilda's Aerospace, a lot of stuff by TN, Tennessee stuff. Basically most of all of Tennessee's shipbuilding mods. The Kusi-Ryu Habs, highly recommend those. Those are really good. Aventech I'm still getting the feel for. The aesthetic is not quite the same as Starfield per se, but it's got some neat stuff. Shipbuilder Unlocked, better, all the shipbuilding stuff for better flips, ships, and all that good stuff. So most of it right here is going to be mainly shipbuilding things. So this is going to be like Crafts Habs, G-Guys Habs, G-Tech Habs, Mattel's cockpits, Stroud Premium Edition, of course. Then you're going to have a whole bunch of patches for a lot of that Tiger shipyards. Some more stuff for TNs. Sit-to-add ships. Highly recommend that. That's really cool. You don't have to actually fly away after you add the ship. You just sit there and then you can get up and leave it. There's a whole lot of stuff here. Like, we ain't even nowhere near. Yeah, we're still just in ships. Betamax Starborn, highly recommend that. Wicked Workshop, this is Wicked Outpost. Will Nye's stuff. Anything by Will NY4, highly recommend. Anything by Betamax 76, 10 out of 10 recommend. You cannot go wrong with a Betamax 76 mod. Downfall Nemesis, everybody knows Downfall Nemesis. Better Living, these mods are eh. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them. I ain't throwing no shade on them. They're just eh. I use them both, Better Living 1 and 2. I just don't get as excited about them. Z-Ogre's Outpost Materials, that's a pretty good little mod. Z-Ogre's Nuke It from Orbit. This is a must-have mod. Like, okay, you got you an outpost that's acting up, you can't get stuff deleted, there's jank hanging around in your game from it. Boom, Z-Ogre's Nuke It from Orbit. Problem solved. Workbench Filter Framework. I use so many mods, my workbenches get janked up, so there's your solution for that. My lord. I didn't realize how long this was gonna be. Downfall Paradiso, that's some more Downfall Nemesis. Any of the Downfall Nemesis player homes, whether it's Paradiso for the cabins for the outpost, or whether it's Downfall Nemesis player homes like Dream Home Overhaul or any of that, 10 out of 10, they are well done. Legendary Module Recycler, Copycat, those are both really good. I did a review on Copycat. Super like it. Not been using them in this playthrough yet, but Bard's Outpost Beacon and all the stuff to go with that, I do like that. So that way you got that lived in feel at your outpost. And now being able to send them to your player homes is pretty cool too. Lots of stuff like no XP, kill steal, stuff like that. Lots of X2357. So if you're looking for weapon skins and just character skins, I'm going to just throw it out there at X2357 and Zone 79 are go-tos there. For lighting, of course, everybody knows Rabbit. SETI for your ship lighting. SETI's one of those old mods that, man, it just keeps giving. Dangerous Epside. Love that mod. Love that mod. 10 out of 10 recommend. Pick that up on the Nexus. Makes Neon better. And a lot of the SKK stuff. SKK Outpost Attack I like, but the SKK Followers and Stalkers, don't care for that one. Craftable weapon skins. Trying to look at here something that might be easy to pick out. Sith Lord robes is cool. But this is a lame way to look at the load order because it just gives the name of the ESM, which is really not telling anybody anything. So this was not as helpful as I had thought. But it gives you a good idea and let me talk, remind myself of some of the mods. And of course you can't be watching me without knowing that I highly recommend Xeno Master and Tatooine. Everybody's going on about Tank Girl's new Galactic Harvest mod. Alright, look, I ain't throwing no shade. It adds a lot. It's really cool. I paid for it. I got it. I'm trying to utilize it a little bit, but it's some jank with it. It's not as polished as it should be. I mean, not saying it shouldn't. I'm saying that because I paid for it. Had it been a free mod, I'd have called it Gloriously Perfect and ignored any boops in it. But it definitely has some boops. But they're mainly just load boops. I just think it needs a little bit more tweaking and it'll be fine. So I'm not knocking it. Anybody who likes that mod, 10 out of 10, you should get it. I won't give it a 10 out of 10 for me, but I will say I do recommend it, and it is a good mod. It's just, I have little issues. Sometimes I play stuff, it's not there, it disappears. And I keep saying it's my load order, but I don't think I'm the only one who's experienced that. But when it works, it's pretty cool. And it adds in a whole lot of cool new stuff, and I'm leaving it in my load order. Alright, so if we flip over here to the Nexus and look at it in the same way that I just tried to show it over here on yeah, it's not going to be much more helpful, is it? But we're going to roll through there, and I'm going to do it like this. If anybody ever wants to take a look at this, what I need to do is make a compilation. And if anybody's saying anything in chat right now, I'm sorry, I can't see it because it's occupied by the Nexus screen that we're looking at. What I need to do is go through this and actually compare these out to the list, like say how people would see it on the sites. There are so many freaking mods here. It's outrageous. Right there's 168 and we're basically halfway through. You can notice a whole lot of X2357 weapon skins here. We'll get down to the bottom of this list. I've taken a lot out this Unity. I had a lot of jank going on in my shipbuilder, and my last playthrough, everything just went haywire way before it should have. So I may not be running anywhere near as many mods as I thought it was. Because I got a little clean house happy before I started this playthrough, and I deleted like a lot of stuff out of my play order, out of my list. So shoot, we might not even hit 300. I might be a lightweight at like 290 or something. Who knows? But it's an idea of what we're rocking with. Hey, only 302. I feel like I'm doing pretty good. I got room to add stuff. Maybe I need to quit being so light on things. I got room to add some things. But it was super heavy. Last Unity, before I went to the last Unity, it had gotten, I don't know what I downloaded, but I downloaded something and everything went from playing beautifully smooth to just you couldn't function in the game at all. Like legit could not function. Let me fix this where I can actually see chat. Okay. Oh no, I'm sorry, Babloni. I can see the chat now. I don't know if it was a good one or not. I need to put the actual list out. That's what I really should do, Bablonio. You know how you look them up on the actual Nexus or Creations, how it looks and the correct name. I need to put that list out there and put out the ones that I didn't do right, didn't do before. Hey, what's up, X237? Man, I'm super happy to see you in stream. I just had said lots of X237 stuff in my playlist. But yeah, I done lost my train of thought. I'm not very smart. But yeah, I need to put the actual advertised way it's shown, a list like that out for everybody to see. Because this play order that I have going on right now is running fairly smooth. It's not running terribly at all. But that's where I'm at. But I got some stuff I need to do. It's about the time I end my stream usually. X2357 Bablonia Ghost Rider. I so appreciate you guys coming in. You guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. And I appreciate you all. But I do have things I gotta do in the IRL, and I will try to get that load order really out there for everybody. Thank you all, and I'll see you all again in the Starfield sometime soon.